Hello, my name is Jessica Jackson. I am a PBB student, the Certificate of Higher Education, and I'm going to take you through today the process that the baby takes through the mother's pelvis during the process of labour and birth. In order to do so, I'll be using a model pelvis, a mother's pelvis, and my model baby. During pregnancy, a mother's pelvis can be softened and relaxed and actually increase size by up to about 10% through the production of a hormone called relaxin that is produced in the later stages of pregnancy. Now, mum can also help the transition of a baby going through the pelvis during labour and birth by adopting an upright, forward and open position. Examples of such positions might be leaning forwards, leaning on a birth ball, leaning on a chair, leaning on a bed, maybe on all fours, such as this, or squatting, maybe kneeling, perhaps kneeling being supported by a birth partner, or standing being supported by a birth partner. All upright, forward and open positions can increase the diameter of the pelvis, particularly squatting and kneeling. They can aid gravity to help the baby's path through the pelvis. They can increase the intensity of the contractions, and they can also aid the blood flow to baby because there is no compacting of the arteries. The mother is lying on an artery, reducing the blood flow to the baby. And they can also help baby have a true path down through the pelvis, an easy to pass through path. Now, as baby is in labour and birth, generally, although not always, baby will pass into the pelvis facing the mother's right thigh. Now, the smallest part of baby's head is from front to back here, and the pelvis, the widest point on the way in is from side to side, and on the way out is from front to back. And you can also see here with the movement of this rear, the coccyx, actually if you are in an upright forward and open position, this allows this bone to move freely and open to enable this space to largen. If you're adopting a seated or lying down position, this won't enable this position, so it will be harder for the baby to move through. This is a smaller space from here to here. Now, as the baby moves down that first stage through the pelvis and top of his head reaches the pelvic floor, baby will actually tuck his chin in, tuck his head in, and this means the really smallest point of the head can then pass through that widest point of the pelvis on the way in. Now, in order for baby to now move through, he's going to take a series of twists and turns. So once he's reached this point at the bottom of the pelvic floor, baby's head will actually turn so that the head is now facing the mother's back. And the baby will reach his head back, flexing it right back so that the head can actually reach up and under this ligament at the front of the pelvis. And this is when you would see the baby's head start to poke out of the vagina, called crowning, because it looks like the baby is wearing a crown. Now, once the baby's head has been born, the baby will actually now turn back again to the original position in order for the shoulders to now be born through the bottom of the pelvis again at the widest point. Now, dependent on the mother's birth position, if the mother is lying down, you're most likely to see the front shoulder born first. If the mother is in an upright position, the rear shoulder most likely born first. So one by one, the shoulders are born, and out comes baby in a banana shape. And baby is born. Hello, congratulations, and thank you very much. Bye-bye.